What is happening, everybody? Happy to have you guys back again. Got another game preview for you guys. A game against the Patriots down here in Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. Monday Night Football on ESPN. Big prime time game. Just going to go over the keys to the game and let you know what I think the Dolphins need to do in order to have a chance to win this game. I definitely think we got a much better chance to win this game than we did against the Patriots a couple of weeks ago up in Foxborough. With Gronkowski being out and us playing much better at home and Tom Brady being a bit banged up at the moment, so there's no better time to try and pull off this upset. Alrighty, guys, let's get to the video. So obviously, like every game that we go against the Patriots, have to get as much pressure on Tom Brady as possible. We got to continue to hit him like we did last game and continue to pressure him. That's all we can do to try and get him out of his rhythm. And hitting him last game didn't seem to make an impact, but he might be a little bit more banged up than a couple of weeks ago. He is 40 now, so no matter how much kale and avocado he eats, there's nothing he can do about being that old. So yeah, he's pretty banged up, and he has missed 2 straight days of practice, so that's very telling there. Granted, the game is on Monday, so the Patriots and us will have an extra day of practice, but that's still telling that he's missed 2 days of practice. He's currently got like an Achilles thing going on, so yeah, hopefully he's not close to playing at an optimal level on Monday. And us against the Patriots, we have to do a much better job at limiting mistakes, like we saw a couple of weeks ago. Players like Dorsett and Cooks being wide open down the field, we just can't have that on Monday night. We saw that route by the Patriots many times when Cooks or Dorsett, they were lined up, in the slot, and they run their slant, to the middle of the field, and then they take off down the field on a go route, and that just confused our secondary twice, and it proved to be a huge play. So we just can't have that. If Tankersley's playing, we just can't have those mistakes. The secondary just has to be on top of their game and playing their best game of the season if we stand any chance against all those weapons they've got out there. And we just can't afford to be picked on in the red zone with New England's motions and fakes. We can't have guys like Chase Allen being matched up one-on-one with Burkhead and Lewis, or maybe even James White if he gets in the game. We know they're going to try and pick on our linebackers, so to stand a much better chance, we have to play Stephon Anthony much more, like we saw last game against the Broncos. He's looked very impressive in coverage, and he'd stand a much better chance sticking with those guys. He got a lot of looks last week, and want to see that more against the Patriots. He even looked really good in coverage against the Pats a couple of weeks ago. So Stephon Anthony has to get in there. He's got a much better chance, making less mistakes and not getting beaten in coverage. He's got much better foot speed and overall athleticism and agility than Chase Allen or Mike Howell, who Mike Howell's not going to be playing linebacker in base defense, but Stephon Anthony gives us our best chance to cover those guys. Gronkowski being out obviously helps out our defense substantially. He went off for 147 yards against the Bills, just absolutely torched them, and scored 2 touchdowns on us against us in Week 12. So obviously this is going to impact their game plan, him being out. This is exactly what the team and defense needed to increase our odds to pull off an upset on Monday at Hard Rock. It's just another weapon being taken away from the Pats offense, but we've seen the Patriots multiple times win without Gronk. They won a Super Bowl without him, for Christ's sakes. So we've still got to be very diligent covering the players who will be taking on Gronk's role. So not sure if Martellus Bennett's playing. Dwayne Allen's probably going to be playing, but he hasn't had much of an impact for them this year. Maybe he might have a breakout game. He is a pretty good tight end, Dwayne Allen. Like he was really good with Andrew Luck in Indianapolis. So maybe he'll have a big game. So those guys are still just going to be on their P's and Q's, and just be prepared for whatever the Patriots throw at them, which they can throw multiple things at us. They got the number one offense in the league, and yeah, their offense just runs at an unbelievable level. And in order to have a chance, secondary and linebackers really have to be playing as one unit. So for us, the keys to us winning this game is obviously just getting Kenyon Drake going again. Got to get him up over 100 yards. Can't say enough about how he played against the Broncos. Just absolutely explosive and powerful running by him. That 42-yard run was just absolutely spectacular. Like his stutter steps and his juke moves, like just his athleticism and how quickly he can get out of his breaks. Like he's just absolutely incredible. So Kenyon Drake, have to get him going. Patriots run defense hasn't been that great this year, so there's another chance to get Kenyon Drake going, and if he gets going, it gets everything else in the offense going. And obviously we got Jay Cutler, and the offense has got to get in a great rhythm early on, like we did against the Broncos. If we get going down here at home, get that crowd behind us like we did against the Broncos, get that energy in the building, in the stadium in Hard Rock. It's only going to help power the team to a more positive result. So Kenyon Drake has to go over 100 yards and have to get off to a quick start as an offense. So yeah, that's pretty much the major keys to the game. We just saw them a couple of weeks ago, so we definitely know what to expect from them offensively and defensively. They've got guys out. They've got multiple linebackers and guys out all across that defense. So we just have to take advantage of that and play our best game. And Gronk being out, it's only going to help. So now's our chance to have the best game of the season. So yeah, that's my preview for the game, guys. Let me know in the comments any other ideas you had for us to beat the Patriots. Let me know if I missed out on anything, and just let me know what you think about this little video I've made for you guys. Alrighty guys, fins up baby.